Your name is Larry Laffer. You've arrived in beautiful Lost Wages without luggage. The airline lost it. Without a hotel reservation, you forgot to get one. And without a clue. You've never had one. You exit the cab. The hot, dry air of Lost Wages hits you in the face like a hard slap. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you. After your cab ride, you may be low on funds, but you've got the looks, the lines, and the leisure suit. You're in town to find true love. And if you happen to get lucky along the way, that's okay. After all, you're nearly 40.
And still untouched by human hands. Look out, ladies. I'm finding love tonight.
You tinkle a little in the corner of the room, just so you blend in with the regulars. You quickly check your fly by zipping it up and down a few times.
Zips up, zips down in an instant for easy access. Yeah, baby.
You quickly check your fly by zipping it up and down.
Zips up.
You are in a dimly lit hallway. The peeling wallpaper gives the roaches something to watch. Clutter fills the room, and a filthy drunk wearing filthy clothes sits on the filthy floor, leaning his filthy back against the filthy wall. He is a poor little lamb who has lost his way, and also his bladder control. This toilet looks disgusting on the outside, but you have to look past the surface. The porcelain has that glazed look. Hey, just like you, and everything you eat for breakfast. Someone has also left a piece of jewelry here. You've got two choices, hot water or cold water.
Oh, I hate making decisions.
You give yourself a quick pat down.
Got my wallet, got my breath spray, and I'm filled with Vitamin Larry. Come and get me, ladies.
You give yourself a quick...
Got my wallet. Come in.
You lick yourself.
Oh my, speaking objectively.
You quickly check your fly.
Zips up.
You pee into the toilet. Great, you hit the top, the seat, the tank, everything but the bowl. Score!
Yeah, baby!
You start to wash your hands in the cold water. Then you realize that there's no soap. Then you realize that there are no paper towels. So you wash your hands as well as you can and wipe them on the back of your shirt, under your jacket where the wet spots won't show. You turn on the hot tap. Immediately, steam starts to chug from the spigot. Technically, steam is invisible. This is water vapor, but nobody likes a narrating smartass. You notice some writing in the mirror.
Ken sent me. That could be important. I'll have to remember it.
You grab a scrap of toilet paper and, cleverly chewing one of your fingernails to the quick, you scrawl the words "Ken sent me" in blood on the paper. You turn off the hot tap and the mist slowly clears. You know how dirty this floor is? It used to be purple. Piles of magazines sit. These cartons of asbestos ceiling tiles were in a flood, so you can't get closer to death in a box. You know how dirty this floor is? It used to be purple. You look closely.
In this light, I can really see the blackhead.
The lamp is useless without its shade, or even with it. You deftly pluck the rose from the vase and carry it with you.
Yeah, baby.
It's totally out of reach, which is just as well. Lefty isn't insured. This door is permanently nailed shut. You'll just have to wait for a sequel to find out what's behind it. It's a poster of supermodel B. Wankmeister. For her work entertaining the troops, she earned the slogan, "The face that erected a million pup tents." It's a grouper. Its turn-ons include swimming at the beach, quiet times, and not being mounted on a plaque. It's a rat with antlers. Lefty caught it up in the rafters. It's an old sign from a loading zone. It goes around in circles, just like your life. He is a poor little lamb and also his bladder control. The area is littered with empty beer kegs. There is a tiny label on each keg that says, Grade B.
That's the best part.
Wanting to be humane to the drunk, you clap him firmly on the shoulder, stroke his head.
So tell me, how are you doing?
Thanks for asking, buddy. I'd be just great if only my impetigo would clear up.
Once more, you get close, but
Have you thought about going to a doctor?
Then you get sick again, and you start this cycle of destruction. No, thank you.
Can I do anything for you?
A little drink would be nice to break up the monotony. Sometimes my old ex-captain, Roddy Kentucky, drops by and shares a fine beverage, a little drinky drink with me.
Can I do anything for you?
Sometimes a little.
stop anthropomorphizing stuff.
Hi, sweetheart. Seeing you holding a bush beer makes me think subconsciously that if I drink bush beer too,
Larry, you are Madison Avenue's target moron.
Hey, dork, you got toilet paper stuck to your shoe. Ha ha ha.
Gee, Dad, it's a Wurlitzer. These video slot machines make it all too easy. At least when you had to pull a big handle, you got to... This is the famous portrait, Mona Little Louder.
I bet that horseshoe's up there for luck.
Yeah, but it ain't working. You're here.
This is a commemorative plaque. It's inscribed, "For the 69ers, the coolest and silliest kickbackers ever."
69ers? Kickbackers? Must be some sort of football reference.
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. That's either a moose or the world's biggest mutant jackalope. One of Lefty's conquests? Whoever decided that darts is the perfect game for drunks deserves a medal. This international bon vivant, Francois de Quitte, is one of Lefty's big investors. And being from Europe, he's extremely cool.
Wow, you're cool.
I know, right? It's almost too cool how cool I am.
Ooh, and you speak Klingon too.
No, I don't think so.
I resent your chiseled features, your height, and your easygoing, laid-back demeanor. Can I have your life?
No, I have too much cool to fit into that little body.
You wonder how many Noggers had to give their all just to decorate this sleazehole. What's a hot babe like that doing in a miserable, smelly, broken-down joint like this?
Hey, Bub, just keep that kind of narration to yourself.
You must be tired. You've been running through my mind all day.
I know, but you keep following me anyway.
Sorry if this sounds a little squirrely, baby, but I'd like to store you in my cheek pouches for a snowy day.
Really? I'd like to crack your skull like a nut and bury your brains in the park.
Alrighty then. We're really starting to make a connection, eh?
I wish it was long distance.
You must be tired. You've been running.
I know.
How's it hanging?
By the angle of the dangle and the heat of the meat. Ha ha ha!
Classy.
Be polite, Larry. Look at the man first. He's one of Lost Wages' finest benefactors. Have a seat at the bar first. What do you think this is? Some dive-even
Hey, play it again!
It's you, Larry. Larry Laffer. These stools are made out of tin foil and cardboard, so they're cheap to replace after the bar fights. You take a seat on an available bar stool.
Hello?
What'll it be?
Give me a mug of beer.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You down the beer in your pseudo-macho style and slam the mug back on the bar. Suddenly, you feel a little woozy.
Blah, 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 blah. Just think of the money he saved.
So, what was the setup to that punchline? This decor has no... You feel a little lightheaded. You're unsure if you'll be able to walk straight. Shaking your head, you finally clear away the cobwebs and are once again able to walk in your standard Studley style. It's better to remain silent and be thought a fool. Even empty, these are too heavy for you to move. You don't want any of these bottles. They're full of spiders and dried. You have no use for the bud vase itself.
Hey, don't touch your merchandise. I'm not your cabin boy anymore.
He must have an interesting past. You try to pull up the rug. Not only doesn't it move, it's incredibly sticky as well. You shudder to think what's glued it to the floor. You try to pull up... You don't need to turn on the scalding hot water again. Ken already sent you. First rule of socializing, Larry. Look at the person you're trying to engage with, particularly when they helped pay for you to be here. Be polite, Larry. Look at the man first. He's one of Lost Wages' finest benefactors. It's appropriate to make eye contact with someone when you're new to each other, especially. It's better to. Be polite, Larry. Look at the man first. It's appropriate to make eye.
Not a lot of ladies around here.
I know where we can find some sheep.
I'm not there yet. Not a lot of ladies.
I know where we.
I'm not there.
Keep your hands off of me. For all I know, you've been touching one of them computer keyboards. Filthy, infectious things those are.
Hello?
What'll it be?
You mean to say you're playing Leisure Suit Larry and all you want to.
Hello?
What'll it be? I ain't selling no sissy drinks here. Try again.
Hello?
What'll it be? Are you sure? It'll cost you $90.
Hello?
What'll it be?
I'll have a glass of your fine well whiskey.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You don't drink the whiskey, but instead decide to carry it with you wherever you go, precariously balanced in an open shot glass.
That hit the spot. You know, you must be my only friend in the whole world. So, I'm gonna... my only possession... all I got in the world. Besides, what's a guy like me need with a coaster? I mean, what am I, high society? Yeah, baby!
Your generous offer of a beautiful rose nets you one raised eyebrow, nothing more. Apparently this person isn't into botany. You can't just walk around proposing to everyone. Wait till someone asks you for a ring. Have you seen the condition of this town? Nobody's interested in protecting any of the surfaces from anything. That's not the person with chronic halitosis. The password barely gets a glance. It must not be meaningful. First rule of socializing, Larry. Look at the password barely gets a glance. Be polite, Larry. Look. it's appropriate to make eye contact. The password barely gets a glance.
Hello?
Nobody behind the door can hear you through the closed peephole. The password barely gets... The bar stools are for customers only. These stools... The peephole is tight. You wonder how many... You rap loudly on the Naugahyde door.
Yeah? What's the password?
You read off the strange password you discovered in the John.
Ken sent me?
Ah, you recognize this setup from a number of art films you've viewed. The gentleman before you is basically working the front desk. His employee is upstairs, waiting to provide quick expert services to a discriminating clientele. You can't believe all the crap Lefty collects. The old clattering teeth trick, especially if you party with... Someone still has some unpack... There's one of those old-fashioned TV remotes. It's the head of a cock. What? What did I say? Whoever shaved this pussy didn't finish the job. It's one of those tasteful calendars. Lefties used to have bowls of free nuts at the bar, provided by these nuts, TM, in exchange for... Note, the TM trademark symbol is a registered trademark of Trademark Registry, Inc., a wholly... That's some impressive tale. That's would-be recording artist and full-time pimp, Prodigious. He seems to be looking at the TV with frustration. There's a cabinet filled with a wide variety of sex. The cabinet appears to be locked tight with a combination lock. Since nobody seems to be using it, you glom the remote. You wind up the teeth. They immediately make a sad
Rip-off.
You gingerly poke around in the pile, looking for some... Butt bottles are highly collectible and very valuable, but since you don't know... These days, carrying around... You're trying to keep... The cabinet is locked. I wonder what the artist was getting at. The cabinet is locked.
What's happening, man?
Just hanging out.
What's upstairs?
Nothing you'll ever get to see.
Why? What is it?
It's a woman, little man, and she's too much for you. You're not getting by me. Just put it out of your head.
Well, that just makes me want to go up there even more, right? Makes me want to figure out a way to get past you.
You're new at this, aren't you?
Let me up there.
Not as long as Prodigious P is standing here.
That item will come in handy later, Larry. Trust the narrator. Always trust the narrator. The remote is out of juice. It's not currently working with the TV.
Step away, little man. You're not my girl's type.
What'd you let me in the room for, then?
I surround myself with socially inept people. It stems from a need to overcompensate for my deep-seated low self-esteem.
That's not the person with chronic halitosis. You offer the coaster to Prodigious P, and he gives you a momentary look of disgust, as if to say, "Thank you for your generous offer, but I'm not in need of a coaster right now, little man. I wish there was something good on TV." Don't toy with his affections. Don't toy with... There's a cabinet filled with a wide variety of sex. The cabinet appears to be locked tight with a It's the head of a cock. What? What did I say? You're straight, Larry. You don't enjoy touching someone else. You open up and examine. They're all full of tax code manuals related to the running of a legal brothel. There are no working controls on the TV set, and no good reason to take it. You open up and examine the content. They're all full of tax code. Don't touch it. These days, you're trying to keep that a secret. You have no current use for this painting, and we don't. You've already got it memorized.
I think you need a breath mint. Or better yet, try chewing on an airwick.
First rule of socializing, Larry. Look at the person. First rule of socializing, Larry. First rule. That's not the person with. That's not the person. That's not the person with. Be polite, Larry. It's appropriate to. That's not the. First rule of socializing, Larry.
Yeah, baby. Ah.
That's not the person with chronic halitosis. First rule of socializing. These video slot machines make it. You're broke. You pick up lefties, but realizing that you have no place to put it, you gently set it back right where you got it.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
You look worse than I do.
I'm a little down on my luck.
You smell worse than I do, too.
I have some problems.
Yeah, well, you're making them everyone's problems. Here, maybe this'll put you back on your feet. Use it for whatever you need. And cheer the hell up. You're bringing everybody down.
Thank you, Bum. I guarantee I'll put this to good use.
That's what they all say the first time. And the name is Roddy Kontiki, not Bum.
Like most inanimate objects and many animate ones, it refuses to converse with you. You peer inside the storm drain. There's nothing inside it worth fishing out. There's a fence running along the back of Lefty's. In fact, there are fences running in and out of Lefty's all the time. Lost Wages has been painting their garbage can.
Wow! It looks like a big martini! That's wicked cool!
Lefty's Hotel charges by the hour, but the average stay is under 10 minutes. Somebody's offering a reward for the return of a lost Bernese mountain lion. And a local band called Rosella and the Iceman is opening for the Captain and Tennille next week. Somebody's off and a local bank. Looking at the telephone pole gives you an then again, you get an inferiority complex looking at a Vienna sausage. This is either your typical industrial dumpster or a repurposed photomat. You rummage around in the dumpster, but you don't see anything valuable aside.
That's...
You rummage around in... You poke through the garbage cans looking for anything that could help you get the girls.
Look! It's a can of the same breath spray I use. And it's full! Why would anyone throw out a full container of breath spray? Doesn't make sense.
You throw out your existing half-empty can and replace it with the full one from the garbage. 'Cause hey, free breath spray.
Yeah, baby!
If you want to see anything in that window, you'll have to find a different vantage point. That window appears to lead to the second floor of Lefties. This is either your typical industrial... This is where the sidewalk... Do we have to pay Shel Silverstein a royalty for that? This well-weathered fence appears to be made of southern yellow pine, an excellent choice for... Like Bob Vila, Ted Kaczynski, and... A sense of foreboding washes over your heart when your eyes slowly examine this dark alley.
Ow! No! Oh! 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 Ow! No! Oh! Oh! Ow! No! Oh.
Larry, didn't your mother ever warn you about going in?
Alive!